What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got the newest Prime Access coming out 1 week from today. YARELI Prime Access. Alongside the frame, we got the Daiku Prime Bow and the Compressa Prime Pistol. I'm expecting the Compressa Prime to be very, very good. So we got a prep guide today, how to get this new stuff as quickly as possible, hopefully within a couple hours of the launch on May 21st. So yeah, prep guide as per usual. There are some new things in here compared to the older prep guide because there's been changes to the meta of Warframe alongside, the things happening over the last couple of months. So let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel to daily Warframe video uploads. I'll be covering YARELI Prime's Riven Dispo changes on the day of the Access as well, because yes, Riven stats will be getting changed, hopefully for the better. So let's hop right in. Okay, so first things first, how are you going to get YARELI Prime as quickly as possible on day one? The number one thing you need to do is you need to get these relics prepped up ahead of time. So I'm going to recommend to you Syndicate Medallion for getting a bunch of relics from Syndicate packs. Also, Steel Essence, and also Open World Reputation as well. You could even go further and get Conclave Rep, but no one in the right mind is doing Conclave Rep relic packs. But that is a thing technically you could also do. Also, you should be getting maxed out Void Traces. So when you get all these new YARELI Prime and Compressa Prime relics, you will have them Radiant immediately, and Radiant relics have a higher drop rate of the rare parts. Now, not every relic should be Radiant. If you like a silver part, you could do like Flawless or whatever, but I usually do Radiant on silver parts as well. So let's go ahead and show how you can get started right now. You have a week. This stuff does take a couple days, so if you haven't started yet, you probably should, like right now. So as far as what's happening over here, this is what I'm talking about, these Syndicate reps. So these can go up to 132k. You could be in 4 Syndicates at once. I only just do 2 of them because that's just what I've always done. But yeah, you go over here, and for 20,000 reputation, you can buy a relic pack. I'm going to do this right now. You should not do this until the YARELI Prime Access comes out day one, but I'm going to be playing for the next couple of days anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. You get 30,000 reputation per day, depending on your MR, and you grab these for reputation. Now, over here, there are things that will be no longer available. For example, Wisp Prime is getting vaulted on the same day YARELI Prime comes out. So this relic right here, the Lith Q1, will no longer exist for newly created relics. If you want to open a Lith Q1 going forward, you'd have to find someone that already has it from before Wisp got vaulted, okay? So Wisp is getting vaulted. Maybe get her too if you want. It's not really your YARELI Prime prep stuff, but it's good to have Wisp Prime. Also, Fulman Prime's getting vaulted, and so is the guns. I don't know if we had any Gunson parts in here. So yes, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do that 6 times. You're gonna spend all your rep on your YARELI Prime Access relics on day 1 of the Access. Make sure your YARELI Prime already came out. I think it should be like 11 a.m. or like 2 p.m., but probably like 11 a.m. You'll do that afterwards, and you can do that for each syndicate. So let's go ahead and show even further how this happens. So we got new Loka, the exact same situation here. We're going to go to the relay. And since I just showed to put it at the beginning, I've been doing some of these syndicate missions to grab these medallions. These medallions, the Flawless, Bountiful Seed stuff, that's extra reputation. That goes above your daily reputation cap, okay? So you're usually capped at like 30k or whatever it is, depending on what MR you are. But yes, you can actually go above the MR locked standing cap with these medallions. So right there it says 0 standing remaining. I turn in a couple of these, and as you can see, it goes above the cap. It's every 20,000 reputation, I'll get another relic pack. So I could literally have like 10 YARELI sets on day 1, I bet, with all these medallions and seeds. So, maybe be a little bit reserved. Don't go all the way crazy. I doubt YARELI probably be that expensive on day 1 because she's not the most popular frame. But I am expecting the Compressa and Daiku to be pretty expensive on day 1 as well. So yes, that's one of your best ones right here is the normal Syndicate relic pack. So go do your Syndicate missions. Now, I'd recommend, as far as which ones to do, I would not recommend doing like the longer ones, like Disruption, probably not really worth it. Excavation, probably not really worth it. Missions like Rescue, the Spy mission I was doing earlier in the footage, Exterminates, Captures, those are more like it, are more likely to be worth your time. But again, you can go and do these as well if you'd like to. If you want to do a interception for 5,900 rep, go ahead and do it. Like, there's not really going to be any medallions spawning there. Some of them do, but yeah, for the most part, the endless missions don't have medallions spawning there, so I wouldn't recommend wasting your time there. Now, moving on to the next place to start prepping, it's going to be the open world vendors. We've got the 3 that you should prepare for this update if you want to is going to be Venus Fortuna, Earth Plains of Eidolon, like the Cetus or whatever they're called, and Deimos Necrolisk. Not Deimos Sanctum Anatomica, okay? They have relic packs on the Necrolisk, but not in the basement of the Necrolisk, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and quickly show you how that works on Fortuna real quick. and then we're going to move on to Steel Essence afterwards and how to farm Void Traces. Because, yes, all this stuff, we don't know exactly which relic it will be for YARELI, but I'm going to pretty much guarantee it for you right now. There will be one relic of each type. So Lith, Meso, Neo, and Axii, because they're going to want you to go all around the star chart to get this new Prime Frame. But yeah, once you're on Fortuna, we're going to go over the second, one of the other methods. You should be basically doing all of these to prepare for YARELI, but if you don't do them all, don't worry about it too much. It's just like an extra like 20 relics you just want to have. There are potentially new relics. So over here, same situation as these syndicates. You can buy relic packs for reputations. We got 20,000 rep for one relic pack. And same situation. We're trying to get like a Wisp relic as they get vaulted soon. Yeah, it looks like... Actually, it looks like we got a Fulman part. So no Wisp part there. By the way, yeah, this will be getting vaulted too, so this relic will no longer exist. You're just going to do that all the way. Now, the way you get the most rep is that you actually... You're going to max this out. Get to 130k rep, or wherever your max is, and then the day of the access, the day before the access, don't play Warframe. Basically, don't play Warframe for one day. Save up your 30k rep. That's another extra relic pack the day of the access coming out. You'll get 7 relic packs instead of 6 relic packs. So yeah, you can do the exact same thing. Now, as far as how to farm reputation, I'm going to link my tag farming guides in the description. That's going to be the best way to do it. You're going to basically go around and capture animals and get animal conservation rep. You'll max out your rep in about, like the fastest I've done it is sub 5 minutes, but usually it takes about 8 to 9 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, get your maxed out rep there, and you're going to do that exact same thing for the mining vendors on the plains and on Deimos as well. Now that we talked about that, you're going to basically getting, I think it's 18 relic packs, so like 6 of them here, 7 if you really try hard. So 21 relic packs between these 3 vendors. That's a lot. Now, as far as Deimos rep farming, it's not as good as the tag farming on the Plains and Cetus, or the Plains and Fortuna. But yeah, I'll actually link the brute force farming guide as well in the description, because that's one of the best methods to farm. But yes, now we're gonna go over to Teshin. The thing about Teshin is that you have a limited amount of relic packs you can get from him, but you can still get a lot from Teshin. So if we go over to Teshin right now, it's going to be Steel Essence. Now, as far as where to farm Steel Essence, endless Steel Path fissures are great because you get a built-in resource drop booster that goes above the normal resource booster the longer you're in a Steel Path, like endless fissure pretty much. So if you're in a Void Cascade, you get to level 10,000, enemies will be dropping 8 Steel Essence per drop with a booster, and that's pretty much what it caps out at. But yeah, over here at Teshin, we got relic packs. Same situation, but you can only buy 25 of them per week. So if I was to drop this, you need 375 Steel Essence to be fully prepped for your YARELI Prime access, okay? Now, if you want to buy relics right now, again, Wisp is getting vaulted next. I don't know what's to happen to Wisp price in the future, but I think Wisp is a frame that people like enough that the price might go up eventually, so... We've got another Wisp relic right there. You can grab 25 relic packs here, and then 21 relic packs from the other 3 syndicate vendor, or from the other 3 open world vendors, and then from your syndicate, you can get like an infinite amount. So between all of that, you'll be getting hundreds of extra relics. Inevitably, some of them are going to be YARELI relics, some of them are going to be compressor relics and Daikyu relics, and you'll be able to get this stuff really, really quickly. So this is one of the best methods. Now let's talk about how to get traces. Like I said earlier, you do want to rad these relics up, ideally, to get the increased drop rate. You're going to be looking for the fastest fissures to run. So as far as the best ones to go for, you're looking for either fast or quick. Actually, fast in general is what you're looking for. But if you're looking for an endless mission too, to get that Steel Path booster, you want a quick endless one too. So as far as what's good here, just look out for which type of fissure is, like what tier of fissure, and then what type of mission it is. So for example, we got Lith Exterminate on Mariana. I know for a fact this one's extremely fast, so that's a great Traces farm right there. You're going to open a Junk Lith Relic. It's right here. This mission has like a 40 or 50 enemy kill count, if that, and they're level 6. So you just blast through this thing. Maybe don't even do it on public matchmaking. Just do it solo to make it go even faster. Nuke it down with Titania or whatever, and then just rinse and repeat. I got 100 Void Traces and a rare part from this earlier from solo, so you could definitely do that. Now, if you want to get Steel Path, actually, let's finish with normal path. So, Exterminate's really good. Defense can be good. So here's the thing that changed earlier in the video. Defense missions are now 3 ways, but some of these defense missions are really bad tiles. So, yes, certainly the Void defense ones are great because you get guaranteed relics back too. But yeah, I'd say keep an eye out for good defense fissures, preferably in the Void. Like Outer Terminus, I wouldn't call it a really good one. It's an okay one. But yeah, as far as Steel Path stuff here, nothing on the Steel Path's looking too hot. We got Neo Ani, but that takes a while. So look out for Void Cascade. Look out for Conjunction Survival. Maybe like Circulus is decent. Look out for defense missions that are not terrible ones. Like this looks pretty terrible out of Terminus. Basically, any of them that's not on the big Mars or the big Corpus defense tile should be great. That's actually going to be really good for farming relics too. Again, like look out for Void missions, mainly Taurinus and the Void, I think it's called. Yeah, the Void defense missions are really, really nice. Is it called? It's Bellamus, actually. So a Steel Path Neo defense on this one is going to be a great one to look out for because you'll get Neo and Axes back, and you open up Neos along the way too. Not to mention you're getting traces. It's just really, really nice. So yeah, now as far as day one access, let's go over a couple builds really quick that you can rock if you want to be speedrunning in these missions. Now, because if you buy Yareli access and then start farming Yareli access to sell to people, you're going to realize pretty quickly that playing Yareli in fissure missions is relatively annoying because you're going to run into so many walls with your K drive. Now, as far as my go-to Titania build for farming this stuff, I got this right now. Now, some of my shards are messed up, and also, I don't know why I got thermal... Why do I keep putting thermal transfer on Titania is what I'm wondering. But yeah, either way, this is my Void Traces farming guide, besides that random thermal transfer mod. So, big thing here is we're just using Thermal Sunder to nuke a 31 meter area, and the enemies will be like level 6, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And you use the first one of Titania Spellbind to not get knocked around when you run into a wall. And then you go into Razor Wing Blitz and just fly around really, really fast. Pretty straightforward and easy. And yeah, actually I think I had Archon Vitality on there instead, but it doesn't really matter that much. Which gives you double heat procs on Thermal Sunder. There we go. So yeah, double heat procs on Thermal Sunder, much better than what we just had right there. So that's good. Now if you want to not play Titania, you could play something like Wisp or Volt. And for Wisp, I'd probably recommend that you do a Energized Munitions build with the Icarius. I think this is it. Yep, so you just activate Energized Munitions, spam a bunch of rocket launchers, throw on your Wisp modes to make everyone faster, and then the mission is pretty much just GG. This will be great for Steel Path, as the enemies are a little bit hard to kill with Thermal Sunder on the Steel Path. Icarius build right here. If they're Grenier, you just go to Corrosive. If they're Corpus, you just go to Gas Damage. And I usually just keep it on Gas Damage, because that's what the Techrot are also weak to. And then as far as the Praetos, this will make you move faster, Drifting Grace, and Evolved Ascension. So, yeah, guys, Yareli Prime access coming out on May 21st. Pretty similar prep guides to before, but the biggest thing is that now defense missions are somewhat viable. And also, yeah, Yareli Prime will probably not be the expected. Unless you're, literally, I'm going to give you some expectations going in. Unless you are grinding Yareli Prime the second that she is released, like we're talking like within the hour of her launching, don't expect to get crazy, crazy plat. Now, if you're grinding throughout the night, and it's like, okay, people are still buying Yareli Prime at 2 a.m. and I got Yareli Prime sets for sale. That's a different story. But yes, like the crazy 1,000 plat Yareli Prime sets at launch is probably not going to happen. The player base is kind of like grown out of that, unfortunately, even though it's kind of fun for day one. But yeah, Compressor Prime, on the other hand, I can see that going for like 200 plat at launch. So we'll see. I'll have guides and all this stuff when it comes out too. And hopefully the 0.5 Dispo does not ruin the Compressor and the Daikyu too much. So let me know how you guys feel about the video. Let me know if there's any tips I didn't put in here that you think are worth talking about. And I will see you guys next time. Appreciate your support. Take it easy. Peace.